Family and friends are now mourning the death of a 58-year-old man from Topsham who died after being infected with a rare tick-borne virus.
The Maine CDC says the first case of Powassan virus this year, and it is the third recorded Powassan death in Maine since 2015. Weymouth's wife, Anne Marie, says her husband died Sunday after developing neurological problems, including brain swelling.
She spoke with News Center Maine's Vivian Lee, sharing a warning to others about protecting themselves from tick-borne illnesses.
Anne-Marie Weymouth still can't believe her beloved husband, everyone knew as Bobby, is gone. Robert Weymouth would have turned 59 this coming Saturday. He died last Sunday from exposure to the Powassan virus after experiencing a number of symptoms, including paralysis.
He was in there, but he couldn't move his body or really. He could point to words on a board. He pointed to scared and afraid and frustrated.
Anne-Marie did not want to go on camera, but she spoke to News Center Maine by phone. She says her husband, who is immunocompromised and has rheumatoid arthritis, started having a knee problem and swelling in his arm. While hospitalized at Maine Medical Center, he underwent a procedure on his knee, but then lost all feeling on the right side of his body. Later, an MRI revealed severe brain swelling. A spinal tap finally showed he was positive for the Powassan virus.
Even if they would have known on day one that it was Powassan, there's no known treatment for that.
The Maine CDC says some people infected by Powassan, which is spread by deer and woodchuck ticks, don't have any symptoms. But for some, it can lead to serious neurological problems. There is no medication to treat the virus. Experts say everyone is at risk, and about 1 in every 10 cases are fatal. About half of the survivors have permanent brain damage. Since 2015, Maine has identified 15 cases, including a Waldo County man who died from the virus in April of last year.
It can be very serious. It causes a very severe meningeal encephalitis or inflammation of the brain.
Dr. Scott Melton treats infectious diseases at Northern Light Infectious Disease Care. He says providers can diagnose Powassan based on clinical symptoms and tests of blood and spinal fluid.
When I go to diagnose a patient, I make a list of what I think, and in my tick-borne diseases list, it's on there.
As for Bobby, Anne-Marie says her husband of 23 years loved life. He was also a dirt bike and race car enthusiast who raced at tracks all over Maine and mentored young racers. She says Bobby didn't find an embedded tick before his symptoms began, and the couple was not aware of the potentially fatal tick-borne illness.
I think if we knew that this disease was out there and that any of this was possible, I think we would have been more diligent.
A message she hopes every Mainer takes seriously. Vivian Lee, News Center, Maine.
A celebration of life will be held for Bobby Weymouth this Sunday at the Moat Mountain Smokehouse and Brewery Company in North Conway, New Hampshire from noon to 5.